it would appear celebrations are in order. I've survived an entire centenary of videos. Anyway, it would appear that I have now officially made a lot of videos. For those of you yet to be properly inducted into the SableCaught fold, I should let you know that one day, when I grow up, I plan on being a writer. I want to have books of my own for people to read, reread, and rub their faces against. One of the things I've written is Nerdfighteria's own story, The Evil Baby Orphanage. Here, you can find me reading the first 3 pages of that novella. If you've never watched that before, or if you've forgotten every word of it, I recommend giving it a click. In this video that my face is currently appearing in, I will read you a little more. Tasty, tasty writing. It's wrong, really, for them to call it an orphanage. Orphans are children without parents, and we had parents. They just wouldn't let us be raised by them. I do wonder how they do it. Do they make it seem like the child has died? A grave accident that no one could have done anything to stop. Perhaps they ring the doorbell, a pair of them trussed in their scratchy best occasion suits. I am sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Mother and Father. Your child has been deemed too evil to live with you anymore. We've come to take them away. Maybe they never offer any explanation at all. One morning a mother will wake, late, surprised not to have been called from sleep earlier. She tentatively pushes the door. A yellow room, lumpy, paint-speckled walls. She's screaming, flinging armfuls of toys that were never played with, ripping the sheets from the little rocker. Baby is gone. When you were little, you imagined they'd be out there looking for you. They'd band together a whole host of parents missing their stolen children. They'd use skills and cunning to find out where you'd been taken, to find out when you'd been taken. They'd fight grand guards and overcome all impossible tasks put before them. They'd storm the orphanage walls and prove that this was a mistake, that we weren't really evil and that we should all go back to living in our happy little families with names and futures and everything. You imagine stupid things when you're little. "Mark, where's Razzo?" I demanded, kicking the boy who'd lain dozing under a tree. He groaned, an exaggerated moan, and pawed at the book that'd been hiding his face. "How should I know?" he grumbled, yawning as he sat up and stretched the kinks out of his spine. "Probably off milking something or other. One of Sister Tandy's goats, or else his feeble pretensions of a twisted ankle." I smirked at him as he started to unwind a thread from one wrist and alternately wrap it back round the other. "You were just mad that he got out of running with Brother James this morning. You'd be mad too. Mad at everyone if you'd had to get up at 4:30 to follow that flatulent syrup mop as he mowed down hills and whittled about how lovely the begonias are." "I don't know," I quipped, adopting a monotone drawl. "There's a certain subtle elegance in the dusty petals of a well-tended bloom." Mark tried to give me a shove from his prone position. I pretended it had worked and fell on top of him. We laughed. "So, what's about then, Hayley One? How was the village? Did you manage to sneak me a pomegranate out of one of the sisters' baskets?" "No, better. 2 pomegranates." "Look, shush you and your endless cavern of a belly. I'll tell you tonight." "Tonight?" "Yep, in the library." "In the library?" "Yep, and don't pout and moan about having to sneak past the syrup mop. He's always abed early." "Yes, so he can wake me and the rest of the 4th dorm up just as the sun is cresting the horizon and then force us to go grass trampling. Why can't you just tell me now?" "I can't without Razzo being here as well. Plus, I have a bullier to go baste. Look, just stop moaning and make sure you pass the message on to Razzo. Meet me at the H's at 11 o'clock sharp." "Hayley," he began, but I was already half running, half jumping down the hill and back to the kitchens. "It'll be worth it," I called back over my shoulder. And even though I was probably now out of hearing range, "I've got a plan." So there you go, that's some of my writing. I hope you liked it. Do tell me what you thought of my style and my story in the comments down below. I will be announcing the winner to my dystopian bingo competition in my Monday video. I'll also be starting a new competition that week, so do check it out if you're the kind of person who likes having books. Some interesting ones coming up, I promise. I will see you then. Bye guys.